Alright, so the Egg Hunt 2024 has officially finished, but in the event, there were a lot of games that were not fun and interesting, but there were also games that were really incredible and that really shined. And today we're going to be making a tier list about people in mind. Starting with Adopt Me. And a lot of people clown on Adopt Me, but honestly, the game was well made. It was a nice little event. You had to go in and you had to do 3 challenges. And all of them were scripted, unique things that you haven't done in Adopt Me before. Well, one of them was catching crabs. Another one was finding the presents that the elf, the mischievous little devil, had swapped around, and you had to watch them. To be fair, the games were literally easier than, like, anything. Easier than Pet Simulator 99. Like, the boxes barely moved at all. Even a 4-year-old would be able to beat it, which is their target audience. So it was nice, but I didn't have the funnest time with it. But I'm gonna put that in A, because it was quite enjoyable. They made unique stuff for it. It was interesting, but not fun. As Red Twisty in my YouTube chat saying, I'm doing this live at the time. The next one was War Machines. And War Machines, it was bad. War Machines was quite bad. Yeah, it was just bad. It was one of those games which just took far too long of doing the exact same thing. You'd go around just killing bandits and then hoping, begging to the gods above that they drop the rift shard needed to be able to purchase the badge. I think it was like 20 or 30. It felt like a lot. And they didn't always drop. It was a pretty boring event. Unless you were already a player of the game, I can imagine it would be quite fun then, because then you're going around just destroying things. I'm not a big fan of the game, so I didn't really enjoy it. The Cheese Tower Defense! I still don't remember the name of this game. I don't know what it was. I don't know why anyone would decide to make a game based around mouses and cats and make it a tower defense. Like, I feel like there's so many better themes you could do for a tower defense, but I really liked their event. I think their event was actually quite good. It was a nice little tower defense, but at the end, you know, it was Easter themed. It had an Easter themed boss. A lot of people are saying it was lame and it was okay, so I'm gonna put it here. Actually, that probably means I'm gonna bump Adopt Me down, because I thought this one was a bit more... Actually, I'll put them on the same tier. I'd say Cheese Defense was more interesting for me than Adopt Me's one. It less involved in it, but I just kind of enjoyed it more because I liked seeing the egg units. It probably doesn't help that I was new to the game, so I probably enjoyed the features a lot more, but that's what I liked about Cheese Tower Defense. It goes into the A tier. The next one is Twilight Daycare. And this starts the types of games where the challenge is just doing gameplay. It's like, oh, you need to take care of baby's needs 5 times. A baby cries, shove it in the lake, stop it from crying. Baby needs milk, feed it milk. Baby needs food, give it food. Baby needs potty, changes diapers. Nothing new. There's no time travel involved. You don't time travel to get the baby's food. You don't time travel to ancient 1800s to get a cure when baby is sick. Like, put some leeches on top of the baby. It wasn't good, but it was quite quick, so that made up for a lot of the tedious gameplay. But I can also imagine if you didn't have viewers, like, wanting to be your partner, it'd be hard to find a baby to take care of their needs, because a lot of babies would probably avoid some people like the plague because they just want to roleplay. So, overall, I'm gonna put it in C tier. It's like middle of the road. It was pretty cringe. Apparently, Twilight Daycare made Creekcraft uncomfortable, according to Carlos Diaz Castro. So, I don't know what happened in that game to make Creekcraft uncomfortable, but all I remember was, like, I was screaming at children. So, maybe not too bad. Emergency Roleplay Liberty County, which I called Emergency Liberty Roleplay County before, accidentally. This one was quite cool. They had, from memory, it was about 8 different riddles, and you just had to get 3 of them. And the riddles were like, hey, what is between the hospital and between the police station? Like, they're not exactly the biggest brain riddles. Actually, some of them were. Some of them I didn't work out, but it was easy enough to do. I thought the riddles were quite neat. But then again, there wasn't really any new type of gameplay. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I thought it was quite cool and all. I thought the riddles were quite neat, and it was a hunt, but it just kind of there was nothing really interesting about it. It was just go to this place, go to this place, go to this place. And yeah, so I'm putting it in B tier. The next one, this one here, and I hope I get this right, All-Star Tower Defense, which I'm shocked that this is the badge for it. But the All-Star Tower Defense one was, you gotta beat the Golden Bunny. And from memory, that it was super, super easy. Oh, that's right, they had like, alligator instead of crocodile, and, like Saiyan instead of Goku, or was it like Loku or something? It was something goofy. But I'm gonna put it up here along with Cheese Tower Defense, because it pretty much just did the same thing. It was like, hey, we're gonna introduce a new map. You gotta beat this really crazy boss, the Golden Bunny. And all you gotta do is just spam the exact same unit and upgrade them. You can't lose. So, it was quite fun. I enjoy tower defense games, so I thought that was a nice little A tier. The next one is Fruit Battlegrounds. This one was tough. This is one of the ones where people struggled. One of the first ones where a lot of people struggled. Because in this one, you had to get to level 15 in the game, and then you had to kill 2 people in a row. Which sounds easy, but this is a game that is filled with some real sweaty gamers. Some real sweaty tryhards that will stop at nothing to just destroy you with their super overpowered plot fruit. So it was hard to do for the average player. I found it pretty easy because I kind of just did a Blackbeard and, you know, I formed a group, and then out of nowhere when I had the level 15, I just betrayed them when they were at their weakest and got the badge. But grinding up to level 15 was kind of boring because I especially hate how you just level up by blasting abilities at nothing. Like, I guess it's to mimic the real anime training, but no one wants to actually train like that. No one wants to just do fireball, 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 fireball the entire time, and with like a 10-second cooldown in between your fireball. So I'm gonna put this in C tier. It's another one of those games, oh, maybe even D tier, because it's another one of those games where it doesn't really give you any cool things to do. It's just play the game and do it. I'm gonna keep it at a C tier for now. We'll see if something dethrones it, but I'm gonna keep it at C tier because, nah, I'm dropping it. It's a D tier. It's gonna be a D tier. Ultimate Football. Oh, that was cringe. Oh, okay, this one was awful. I didn't play it on purpose because I just heard how bad it was. That's going in Game Fam simulators, and other stuff. Other bad stuff. And other garbage. Like, this one was so lazy, so ridiculous. It's just play my game. It's like, please, play my game. That was Football Fusion. Oh, don't you dare confuse me with this. Don't confuse. No, this is Ultimate Football. Yeah, this is the one where you have to play it for 4 quarters. And apparently they made it 8 quarters as well. They were just like, okay, not enough people are playing my game. We need to make more. Make them play longer. It's like, please, just make us money, play our game. And so they put the badge there, 8 of those, and it was just, ugh. 8 quarters, 2 hours for 8 quarters. I'm glad I didn't play that one. And I know I haven't played category here, but come on, I don't need to play it to know that it sucks. So that's very, very cringe. Hello Kitty Cafe is next. Hello Kitty Cafe, it's another one where you just play the game and you get to 100 customers. But with this one, you can AFK if you don't want to do it. So that's pretty cool. And I did that. I'm pretty sure a glass broke or something. But, yeah, it's, not very good. It's just another Twilight Daycare where you take your time with it and you just do the game. Back to it. Astro Renaissance is next. And dear Lord, that game was a fever dream for me. That was like, what the happened? Like, when I went into that game, I thought that someone had knocked me out and I'd gone unconscious and I was dreaming. I had never heard of this game before in my entire life. Everything was brand new to me. It was weird. It was wild. I didn't remember what the badge was when I saw it. I didn't remember what the name of the game was when I saw it. I had to remember it just then, Astro Renaissance. And you go in, you do these 4 really random obbies, which is like you're jumping through space. And like, I'm pretty sure the way that this game gets playtime is that with all the hypnotic sounding subliminal music, they just make you fall asleep. And that way they get heaps and heaps of playtime until you get kicked for AFK-ness, and then, well, you come back again to try and complete it, and you fall asleep again. And then they had the boss fight. And hey, props to them. They made a boss fight. They made it, but the boss was scripted. The boss was there to fight you, and it was a boss fight. Those are the only compliments I can give to it. And they're not even really compliments, because it was a very bad boss fight. It was like baby's first boss fight. But hey, it's a nice event, and I appreciate that they put in the time to do it. And the obbies were quite fun too. I'd say high C tier. The obbies were a bit boring, but at least it was like, it was new. It was new content. Better than those two, but yeah, it was good. It was yeah. Warrior Cats is next with this little thing. What do you have to do? Find the eggs in the starting location. Was this Warrior Cats? I guess, yeah, it was Warrior Cats. With this one, you become the cat, right? I mean, obviously it's a game of, that's the name of Warrior Cats. You become the cat, but then you just have to find 3 eggs in the starting location. And it was very easy. In the mine shaft, there's 2 immediately. So you'd have to literally be brain dead or having a heart attack or a stroke on the computer to not see them. So you get them, and then that's when my brain shut down, because they don't do a very good job of explaining that outside of the mine shaft is also like places where you can find eggs. Because I spent like 10 minutes in the mine shaft looking for eggs, and then as soon as I go outside, there was a massive open world. Fortunately, I got directed to 1 egg, but I can imagine that a lot of people would have just missed it and gone out into the open world and spent years finding an egg. But I thought it was quite nice. I'm gonna put it C tier up here, because it's just adding eggs to the game and then going to find them. But it was easy, it was chill, I appreciate that. And yeah, it wasn't one of those games where it's like, you need to play me for 20 minutes so I can farm your premium payout. It was like, hey, yeah, it's a nice little event for all our friends. Unlike this one. Well, I mean, this one was, it was an attempt. This one was a beautiful, beautiful attempt at creating an Easter egg hunt event. Well, for game Shindo Life, and it was sweet. It was a beautiful idea, except it absolutely fell flat, because those 8 eggs that you had to collect, they were so hidden. It was the complete opposite of the Wildcats one. They were so hard and difficult to find. It was such a boring experience, because you just have the bunny going around saying, hippity hoppity, I'm gonna flop my belly on you. Like, constantly. He doesn't even do anything, really. Like, you can just run away from him. He just runs around and cries, and you just go around crying as well, trying to find some random egg that is in some random bush. The map is weird. It's just, you don't know what to do. So I didn't really enjoy it that much, but the saving grace is that you don't need to find it yourself. You can rely on your teammates. They can just span out, populate the entire realm, and find the eggs. And so while you're listening to hippity hoppity, my belly will floppity. Oh, I keep forgetting. What was it? Can you guys remind me what it was? But it was, while you're doing that, everyone else is going and finding it. And yeah, so I actually got it first try, but for a solid 5 to 10 minutes, I was just really, really bored. This guy, Piss Plays, says they make a pretty audible noise, and I heard that, but I tried and I just couldn't hear anything, even when I was up close to the egg. Like, I don't think it was very audible at all. Anyway, I'm putting this below, unfortunately. That's gonna be below it. Rest in peace. Below the apprentice badge from Fruit Battlegrounds. But next up, we have Football Fusion. And Football Fusion was a very difficult one. People were saying this was the hardest badge, or one of the hardest badges to get. And I got it literally within the first minute of getting it. Like, someone just sent out a random pass, I caught it, and it was like, beautiful. Badge done. But I appreciate that everybody else had a really hard time with it. And also, it could have been as well, because that guy could have been a viewer just passing it to me. So I imagine in a normal game where people don't want to pass it to you, that's gonna suck. Like, that's gonna be almost impossible to do. Because, if they're throwing it in random places, you have to rely on other people to do things for you. And I think badges like that are really bad, because they can end up being so frustrating and completely destroying the idea of the hunt. And you just basically have to rely on a nice person to come by and be like, oh, well, hello, little child. I'll protect you. I'll give you a pass. But then you can just have a guy that never throws it to you. Very cringe. So I'm going to put this... But it wasn't boring. But I'm going to put this late D tier. Because it wasn't boring. You're constantly engaged in the game trying to wait for the catch. It's just really hard. Yeah, I'm putting it late D tier. The next one is Super League Soccer. And in this one, you had to finish 2 games. I actually had a lot of fun playing this one. I mean, look, I'm putting it up here because, again, it's just one of those ones where you just play the game. So that's going to be C tier. But I had fun playing it because it was... I'm putting it up there. Yeah, I'm putting it up there. Because, the 2 rounds, they go quite quick. They're very quick, so you don't feel like you have to wait. It's dragging on. I had fun playing the game, probably, again, because I'm new. Like, I imagine if you're sick of Super League Soccer, you wouldn't really enjoy it as much, but it was quick, so it wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all. The next one, this bro-looking one, is SCP-3008, and I'm very sad to say I did not do it. Unfortunately. I'm sorry. I had a very busy day, and it was the final day of the hunt. I didn't get around to it, but apparently in that game, you had to do 3 random tasks and survive the night. And from memory, surviving the night in 3008 is very easy, but also quite boring, because from when I've played it, the night takes 5 to 10 minutes, and all you do is just... Well, honestly, you could just survive without even any shelter. You don't even have to move any furniture. You can just live. You can just survive. I always found 3008 to be a pretty boring game. So, yeah, I won't rank it, though, because I didn't necessarily play it. But this one I did play. This was the SCP roleplay game. This one was really nice. I loved that this had a story. It was a beautiful story. It had, like, a nice little gameplay in there. I'm considering putting it in S+, because it had an entire mirror realm where a new dimension with all these weird things chasing you. But it was just you go to the house and then you come back and that was it. So I'm putting it in S tier because the gameplay wasn't the most fun, but the story and the whole idea that it was a unique egg hunt thing was quite cool. So yeah, I'm going to put it in S tier. Oh, okay. Collect all the pets. This one is the first of some miserable ones. Collect all the pets. It's the first of the simulator games, the simulator genre. And almost every simulator game, there were a couple that were okay, but almost every simulator game was just so bad. It was just do the game. It was like, do the game and get the things. Now, someone said, Artisan said to put it in Game Fam tier. But I don't think it was that bad, because did I pay? I don't think I paid much. I don't think I paid for this game, because in a lot of the boring ones I ended up having to pay, but with this one, I think for most people, you don't need to pay to get past it. You can just do 30 eggs and it's fairly quick. Like every single time you buy a new egg, it's like a brand new pet, and then you can fuse them. Yeah, Red Twisty says he did it in 10 minutes. But he says his friend said it was a pain because he played that game before and he got 80% of the pets. Oh yeah, if you were an old player, that would suck. But yeah, honestly, it wasn't that bad. I'm still gonna put it in F tier because it's a game where you just play the game and you have to grind through it. I appreciate that it didn't take too long though. It takes like 45 minutes. Maybe I did pay for a bit, but I don't remember it taking that long. I think I remember playing like 15 minutes of it, something like that. But yeah, it's gonna stay in F tier. Break-In. Okay, Break-In. I'm annoyed at Break-In. I'm annoyed. I want to put Break-In at F tier because yeah, I'm putting it in F tier. Break-In annoyed me there. You have a beautiful, really well-made story game that really was like another genre-defining type of story game with all these new mechanics, all this love that was put into it, all these really cool secret endings, and then for the egg hunt, you just go, yeah, But what if we just make them survive 3 waves of Scary Mary's minions? What if we just make them play the game and then have to survive 3 waves? And the game takes a while. That's just play the game for 20 minutes. That is an F tier. Yeah, that's definitely F tier. They could have done so much more. They could have added a secret ending for the egg hunt. Like, what are they doing? Are they working on the next one? Or the next story? That would be a pretty good excuse, but like the egg hunt was not it. F tier seems too harsh, but I don't think so, because F tier is like the genre where things take ages and it's nothing new. So I think that's, yeah, it just took ages and it was kind of boring if you haven't played it yet. So, yeah. Let's do SCP. Oh, no, this is Greenville. This one's Greenville. Greenville was find the 8 car parks. I haven't done Bike Obby yet. Greenville was find the 8 car parks. Car parks. Find the 8 car parts. The first few were pretty cool. Basically, you drive a car and you go and collect the parts of the cars, and you do these little lock-picking mini games like, ooh, you know, I got some parts of the car. A little lock-pick, boop, boop, boop. And then you do it. After the first 3, it just got boring because you pretty much have to travel across the entire map to be able to get the car parts. And it was quite boring there. However, I don't think it was as bad as any of these. I'm gonna say it was top D tier. No, you know what? No. I think I'm gonna put it C tier. A lot of people are saying to put it in D in Game Fam tier, but the thing is, this did have some, it was interesting, right? Going, like, driving around the map. I did enjoy driving around the map, finding the quickest route to get there. It was a bit boring, but, you know, they actually had things in there. So people are calling me drunk and everything, but hey, 8 car parts, it took a while, but it didn't take longer than 15 minutes from memory. And it was something new to do, right? And I enjoyed the driving. I enjoyed it. But people call me stupid in here. A lot of people don't like it, but honestly, I don't mind it too much. Anyway, the next one is, Wild Horse Islands? Ooh, mama! Wild Horse Islands, it's a B tier. It was good. They had their own unique event area. You basically, well, if you haven't played the game yet, basically, you can go to the hunt area without even getting a horse, which is what I did. Like, I didn't get a horse at all in the game, and the whole game is about making a horse, and, well, not making a horse, you're not having babies with other horses, but kidnapping a horse and forcing it into your servancy, being basically riding a horse. And basically, you go into the hunt game, and then you complete a race. And the race is pretty quick. Some people say it's slow, but hey, don't say I'm out of context. The race is, they say it's slow, but I was without a horse, and I still think I did it quite quickly. So I didn't really mind it that much, and I liked the map and everything. I thought it was quite cool. I thought it was quite neat, quite nice. Yeah, I'll put it in B tier. Yeah. Actually, you know what? No. If I'm putting this here and Adopt Me in A tier, I'm gonna put Wild Horse Islands in A tier. Because you know what? It was quick, it was easy. I'd say it was just as easy as the Adopt Me one. Yeah, I'm putting it in A tier. That was pretty good. That was okay. This one is Total Drama Roblox. This one you had to survive till the merge, which I did, but if you suck at obbies, and if you're bad at games, and if you're alone without viewers, that is gonna be so tough. That is gonna be a really, really tough one. So for people who are good, it's easy, but for people who are bad, it's rough. So I'm gonna put this in the middle. Because I enjoyed it. Oh, it was kind of boring, that's true. It was pretty boring surviving to the merge. I'm gonna put it high D tier. So I put it C tier, but then I think about those poor people who took ages trying to do this. The people who don't know how to jump and they just want to get the badges and everything. Imagine them having to get this badge while getting voted out before the merge each time. Yeah, if your team is bad, you won't survive. Exactly, it's a team-based game as well, which I do not like. I hate relying on others to get badges, because people fail you. They always let you down. You know what never lets you down? NordVPN. No, we're not sponsored. But that would be a dang good time for NordVPN. Anyway, Swordburst 3 is next. This one here. And, oh, I did not like Swordburst 3. I'm gonna put it in D tier. Yeah, it goes in D tier. Swordburst 3 was not fun. The game itself looks fun, but it was so boring. So Swordburst 3 was the one where you had to get 25 eggs from enemies, and you just spawn in and you go into the main, like, spawn area, and there's wild boars, or, yeah, well, I think this is the one with wild boars, yeah. Yeah, wild boars and turtles and everything, and they attack you! And when you kill them, they have a chance to drop a shard, a rift thing, or whatever. But they only had a chance to, which was super annoying. That means you didn't just have to get 25 eggs. Yeah, it was a 10% drop chance from enemies. No, I think it was more than that, but you had to get 25 eggs, and they were only a chance to drop from enemies. So that ended up meaning you have to kill like 100 different enemies, and it was boring. You just click, 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 ability, click, click, and the abilities suck in the early levels, so it's mainly just click, 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 and pretty much wipe out the entire boar population in Swordburst 3. But the one thing it had going for it was it had rifts, and there's another game that's like this later on which doesn't have a rift, and it was pretty bad as well. But the rifts kind of helped a bit, because the rifts just spawn tons and tons of boars at you, or turtles or whatever, and so if you go to a rift you can farm them a bit faster, but still really boring. But one that was pretty good was Bed Wars. Bed Wars had their own game mode, and it was egg hunt game mode, where if I was playing Bed Wars by myself, I would be asleep. The egg hunt game mode was garbage. Like, if I was a Bed Wars player, right? Like, compared to the normal Bed Wars, you go around collecting eggs and then run home. You don't even get to buy anything. You don't do anything. You don't show off your skills. It's just eggs and run. That was kind of cringe. But as someone who doesn't play Bed Wars anymore, and for new Bed Wars players, it was good. It was quick. It was quick. It was a new game mode that's not like Bed Wars. It didn't require a lot of skill, which I was worried the Bed Wars badge would. So it wasn't too bad. I'm not gonna put it A tier because I thought it was kind of boring for me. But would I say it's better than Adopt Me? No, I wouldn't say it's better than Adopt Me. I gotta take the younger people into mind as well. I think Adopt Me was a bit more enjoyable than Bed Wars. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in B tier. The next one we have is Royale High. I love dissing Royale High any chance I get, but I gotta say, their event was pretty good. Their event was actually quite good. Basically, you go into a fairy game mode, and it allows you to fly, and you just gotta collect a bunch of eggs when they spawn. It was quite quick. The flying mechanics were surprisingly fun, and, you know, I really kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So, it wasn't too bad. Despite all the fat shaming in Royale High, I wasn't shamed enough to not complete it. I'm putting that in A tier. Alcoholic Devoun. The next one is Driving Empire. This one was cool. This one was pretty cool. It was easy. Basically, you just drive the car and you pick up all the blue eggs on the streets. And basically, the good thing is that the blue eggs, they form a path, which lets you just drive down the road and then you collect all the eggs. Honestly, I'm putting it at A tier. Like, there wasn't really anything crazy about it, but it was just nice and simple and easy to do. Yeah, it was quick. You know, I like driving games because driving's inherently a pretty fun mechanic. So yeah, I'm putting that in A tier, but probably not high A tier. Let's put it below these. Yeah, let's put it at the low A tier. Next up, we have Emergency Hamburger. I know, it's Emergency Hamburger. I just love calling it Emergency Hamburger. Now, if you were me, it would be an F tier. Because if you weren't here throughout the stream, let me tell you what happened. Basically, to beat this hunt in Emergency Hamburg, you need to go and do the delivery truck. You get the delivery truck, and then you make a couple deliveries, like 10-kilometer deliveries, and, you know, life is okay. It's just a driving game, and you go and drive to places. Pretty cool. But you have to get the delivery truck, and you have to get the delivery truck from the delivery truck depot, and the delivery truck depot is this indoor area with only like 4 doors that your delivery truck can leave through. And then to add the cherry on top, this is like the one driving game which has collision with cars enabled, and it has collision with players enabled, and the players are somehow more powerful and able to push back an entire 50-ton truck. So basically, I was streaming and literally everybody was pushing my truck back so I couldn't even leave the depot. I'm pretty sure I ran out of fuel before I even got to the first stop because they were just running me off the road. They were pushing me onto the train tracks. I couldn't go anywhere. I had to leave the game and do a different badge before coming back and praying to God that I could get to that stupid truck faster than people could join my game. And I managed to. I almost failed, but I managed to do it in the end. So for me, it was rough. And everyone's saying that they loved it. They loved watching it, the replay of those streams. But boy, that was soul crushing. However, it's C tier. It's a game that doesn't take too long for the normal person. I'm looking at you guys like Sponge Gun. It's normal, you know, you just drive around and you beat it. Nothing really crazy. But it's pretty easy, pretty quick, pretty simple. Not too bad. Not as quick and easy as driving Empire, which is why I'm putting it below it. But yeah, that's what I thought about it. Next up, we have Metro Life. Ooh. People really didn't like Metro Life. So I wasn't around at the time when Metro Life was like the worst one you could get. I had Fancy Smash, who's another YouTuber, coming into my stream. He was like a lobotomized zombie that got lobotomized by Metro Life, because he just kept talking about how fun and crazy Metro Life was. Obviously sarcastically, but he could not stop talking about Metro Life. He hated that so much, and everyone apparently hated it. But when I played it, I was like, what are you guys talking about? That's a super easy badge. It's one of the easiest badges around. Because when I played it, they buffed the speed of the hot air balloon. So I got that done in like 5 minutes. But originally, I hear it was very slow. So based on how I did it, I'd put it in C tier. But in honor of everyone who had to do it very slowly, I'm gonna put it in F tier just for that. But now with the update, I just put it in C tier. Yeah. So next up, okay, Lumberjack Sim. And this is the first of my least favorite games on the entire platform. These types of games, oh my lord, I want to rip my eyes out when I play these games. It is actually some of the most awful games on Roblox. So this pull a sword simulator and arm wrestling simulator, I hate so much. They are the thing that I hate more than anything on Roblox. It's games, and I don't know how they have players. It's games where you click. You click, and then if the game is generous, if the lords above will grant you mercy, they have an auto-click button. But at that point, when you press the auto-click button, what's the point of playing the game? You just stand there AFK auto-clicking so you can arm wrestle or pull the sword or cut the tree of the slightly harder boss. Oh, let's do it again. Let's keep doing it again. Do it again. Get stronger bosses. Arm wrestle them more. Like, it's such a boring gameplay loop. And the worst part is that they make it like your previous stats don't matter in the new worlds from memory. But not that it matters for me because I didn't play the games initially. But basically you had to keep clicking until you could defeat the big bunny. And you couldn't, I don't think you could buy pets or anything in that. So you just had to wait it out. You just had to play it and play it and play it. And I even cheated a bit. I got an auto clicker that was helping me for the actual lumberjacking part. So even though that this had its own like unique area and its own pets and everything, it is still going in the below F tier. This is like the underworld. This is the hell tier because it's just so awful. The idea that it's boring. The idea that you just click and everything. Not a fan of it at all. But what I am a fan of, hold on, let me pull this up here. I gotta get, because I had to write down what all these badges were for memory's sake. Shout out to the whole stream, everyone who was helping me before. Hey, shout out to all of you. Yes. Red Cliff City is the next one, right? Yeah, Red Cliff City. So Red Cliff City, that was pretty cool. Basically, you had to go to a few locations. I'm gonna bring the chat up here. There we go. You had to go to a few locations, and you had to dig up treasure. I just used a plane, and I went around and I grabbed them. It was quite nice. You know, it was pleasant. It didn't take too long. It was just a pleasant experience. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna put it in A tier. That was quite good. You know, it was quite enjoyable. And it was about the same as Driving Empire, yeah, so I'm gonna put it there. The next one was Funky Friday, where they had 4 special event songs. Personally, I don't usually like rhythm games, but they were very nice. They were very generous with those event songs. So it was quite cool. I didn't recognize any of the event songs, though. I'm gonna put it... Yeah, it was quite easy. I'll put it in... I'm gonna put it in B tier. I'll put it in B tier. Again, it was a bit boring. I don't know. But were the songs special? Oh, is Funky Friday a Game Fam game? Well, at least they didn't go the other approach with them, but... Yeah, I won't put it in the Game Fam category. It was made by Game Fam. Didn't feel like it. The monetization wasn't there. I didn't have, like, monetization pop-ups hitting me all the time. It was so strange. A tolerable Game Fam event. Impossible. But yeah, that's where I'll put it. Dungeon Quest! I remember when this game used to be so big. This game was so huge. I used to stream it all the time back on Twitch when I had like 30 viewers. That brings back beautiful memories. No. But the event was garbage. The event was, you had to defeat 10 bosses and a couple of other things, get like a couple items. The boss part was so awful. I'm pretty sure that they ended up making it harder to get, because I think originally it was less bosses. It was like 5 or something. Then they made it 10 because they're like, oh, we need more people to play our game. Yeah, they increased it from 6 bosses. So when I played it, it was 10. So I'm going to judge it based on its worst. I'm going to judge it based on when it was 10. And I am going to put it in... I'm putting it in D tier. It's high D tier, mainly because it was just boring going through those games. And I was doing it on the ice place where it had 2 bosses at once. If you were a new player and you're doing it at the sand temple where it's only 1 boss and also you're new, so it takes a lot longer to do, I can imagine it would take a lot longer. So I'm going to put it in D tier because for me, it was a bit faster, but it was still a bit of a drag. So I'm not a fan. We still don't have any in S+ yet, but I'm sure they're going to be coming soon. Drive World! Such a weird name for a game. You basically go, you build the car, and you get the trailer, and then you go to the scrap yard, and you get the scrap, and then you end up doing a couple races. I thought that was quite cool. I'm putting it in A tier. Yeah, I'm putting it, like, around here. I really enjoyed breaking the scrap. I love just, like, slamming my car straight through things and everything. Drive World's Game Fam? They did a pretty good job with that event. If they are Game Fam, then it must be another subsection of Game Fam. One that I've never even seen before. One that I've never even heard before. That's interesting. But yeah. That's that one. Drive World, yeah, it was pretty cool. Next up we have, Brookhaven. It was collect eggs in spawn area. C tier. It was... B tier. I'm putting it in B tier. It was quick. It was easy. It was just nice. It was nice. And the Brookhaven car, though, if we had to rate the car, that's going in, like, the below Game Fam place. Like, that's going below Game Fam Studios. That car was legitimately awful. I can't see anyone ever driving the car at Brookhaven, but the event was okay. But the car is just abysmal. Whoever designed the car must have, like, it's got to be an April Fool's prank. It was so ugly, right? It was so ugly. Ugh. Deadly Decisions. I liked it. I liked it. I'm putting it in A tier. I screwed up because I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't watching the chat. Watching the chat. I wasn't watching the chat. I was watching the chat when Deadly Decisions was happening, so I lost when I was so close to beating it first try, and then I had to wait like 3 different times. But yeah, it was good. Like, thinking about it, it had its own specific game mode where he asks you like, oh, when was Roblox created? It's all Roblox related, and I thought that was quite cool. The gameplay itself, once you replay it, is boring, but we're not talking about replayability. We're talking about the egg hunt specifically. And it was easy to get as well. It was a 50% chance every round that you get the deadly decisions thing. You kept buying custom questions and made complete 50-50 questions every time and griefed a few servers. That's genius! Oh, I wish I knew that would happen. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Nice and enjoyable. A wolf or other. You had to apparently win a game with the egg, and from memory, a wolf or other games are very hard to win. So, but I didn't play it, so I'm gonna have to put it in haven't played tier. Piz Plays here is saying it's F tier. I don't know if, I think a lot of other people didn't like it because it's hard and really tough to do. I didn't play it though, so I can't give my judgment. You can't win if you're not the wolf or the hunter. Yeah, see, that's tough. I'm glad that I didn't play that one. Survive the killer! You have to collect this power core looking thing in the game, and then you have to escape. If you're stupid, it's gonna be a bit of trouble. If the killer's stupid, it's literally so easy. Like, I had a killer that ended up being Chucky, and he was like an actual baby. Like, he was like the actual Chucky if Chucky was like a really nice kid that was part of the student representative council at his high school. Like, that Chucky did nothing. I don't think he even laid a finger on a child. He's like, murder is wrong. And so I just easily managed to escape, even when people were hiding with me with all these particle effects on their heads. But basically, I'm gonna put that in B tier. Because, again, you just can't... Oh, actually, I'm putting it in A tier. No, I'm putting it in A tier. Because it was kind of cool. You got to take a risk to go get it. You got to grab it. See you, Devoun clips. Yeah, you got to take a risk to grab it. And, you know, you put it in the fuzzy machine, and the machine goes buzzy mode. I don't know what the machine was for. Yeah, it's in A tier. Oh, the next one here is Blade Ball. Not to be confused with Death Ball. The Death Ball is the one with the cool boss fight. But Blade Ball, basically, you got to get 3 kills, and you got to do a few things, and it scales depending on, you know, what level you are. For me, I didn't find it too bad because I'm used to those sort of games, so I got it very easily. But I can imagine if you're not used to that type of genre, like the reaction genre there, it's really, really tough. But given that they didn't really do anything with the game, I'm gonna put it C tier. For me, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it above these, but below these. Yeah. Gunfight Arena, where you collect 10 of each food. I like Gunfight Arena. It was fun, but collecting it was not fun. So because you basically had to collect 10 of 5 different types of items. There was a sword, there was pizza, there was ice cream, there was some other things that I've forgotten that you had to grab, and you had to get 10 of those. But the problem was that when you kill someone, it gives you a random piece, so you could get a piece, even one that you've already completed. And it's just annoying. Like, I spent quite a while just trying to get one more piece of some random one. And that's with me being, like, I was pretty competent with the gun games. But I imagine if you're, like, a child who was brought up, like, never knowing even what a gun is. Like, your mum saying that guns are the devil and you're not allowed to play it. So if you're playing this game, you do not, like, you're like, what are these bullets? What are bullets? What do they do? Why am I being hurt? Why do I keep dying? If you're bad, it's gonna take forever. But most people, I think, are pretty competent to be able to get it. So I'm gonna say B tier there. Club Roblox. Basically, with this one, I'm putting it in S tier. This one was quite cool. You gotta rob the club. You rob the club, you do a little bank obby, you know, it's a little bank boss fight. Well, not a boss fight, but basically, it's a nice little obby. It was a really good one. It was really good. I might even put it above the SCP roleplay game. Not as much of a story, but the gameplay was much better. And I think I prefer better gameplay over a better story. Although a mix of both, preferably, would be really good. But yeah, it was really good. It was nice. And best of all, it was pretty quick and easy. Like, they put a lot of effort into that, so I really appreciate it. It was a good one. A very good one. Ugh. Oh no. Hold on, I gotta remember. Is this the one where it takes ages? Because there's 2 games here. 2 War Tycoon type games where you got to collect blue crates. Yeah, okay, this is the bad one. So this one, there's 10 crates that spawn in the middle of the map. And I don't think that with these ones, I don't think that there's like they spawn randomly at random times. Pretty sure there's just 10 set crates that only you can get, and once, like, there's 10 that you have to find in the middle of the map, in the middle of the city, so in random places. This one took ages for me. Sponge Gun is saying to put it S+. I'm considering putting it in F. I'm putting it in F. Yeah, I'm putting it in F. High F. Yeah. So basically, the reason it was so bad was because finding the last few crates was almost impossible. There are so many places in the city, high locations, low locations. It's really, really hard to find the blue crates unless you have a helicopter, which you won't be able to get without spending half an hour to an hour in-game on the Tycoon aspect just to get a helicopter to go find the crates. So if you're in a Humvee like I was, finding those crates was really, really tough. And then you also have the people that are trying to kill you because it is a war game. So when you get close to finding the crates, they just kill you, and it was just really hard to find. It was, yeah. Without the people at the stream helping me out and like just being part of the bodyguard gang, it would have been even worse. But that was good. Them helping and being the bodyguard gang, not the actual game. But I believe the actual game is good, but not the Egg Hunt event. I just made that confusing. Oh, toilet tower defense. Toilet tower defense. I'm putting it in B tier. I'm putting it a bit higher than C tier because there wasn't any special toilet tower map. It wasn't like, oh, you gotta defeat the special skibbity scientist, but oh no, he's come upgraded with the power of egg magic. It was none of that. It was basically, oh, there's 5 eggs in the spawn. There's 5 eggs in the trading area. There's 5 eggs in random maps on toilet tower defense. But the thing is, they made the hints really easy. They made it really clear where these eggs were. And so I appreciate that. It didn't take too long as well. And yeah, you got to see some sights. F because skibbity toilet. I'll put it at B to give it a fair rating. Undead tower defense. I didn't get to beat it. And the reason is because I was getting the badge on the last day. And this stinking game, this ridiculous game, somehow managed to fumble the bag, and they removed all of the eggs, basically, from the zombies, so you couldn't actually beat the game. It came up with the hunt at first. It came up with the, like, the prompt, like, oh, you need to collect 50 eggs from zombies that have eggs on their heads to get the badge of this game. But then there was 0 zombies with any eggs on their heads in the entire game. I imagine it's because they updated it and removed it a day early. Maybe they were in American or Australian time or something. But I couldn't even beat the game. So for that, I'm putting it in Game Fam Simulators. A lot of people saying that it was boring as well. So if it was working, I imagine I'd put it in D tier. But I'm gonna just say it based on if it was boring. I'm gonna put it in D tier. And yeah. Yeah, I'll put it in D tier. Or F tier? Actually, I'll put it in F tier, yeah, because if we're going to put all these other just play the game things here, yeah, if it took a while, we'll do that. Catalog avatar creator. Capture the flag game, right? Yeah, you basically have 4 different factions, and you have the racist reds, the blues, the greens, and the other dudes who I've forgotten. The whites? No. It's something else. But, yeah, you play and then you gotta capture the flag, and I'm pretty sure your team needs to win. And again, this is another one of those games where you gotta rely on your teammates. And when you end up with Timmy John 44, who again sucks at the game, you're not in for a good time. Like the guy who does 1 click every 10 minutes. So, but it was really, I really like the idea that Catalog Avatar Creator made their entirely own unique event for this. So I'm gonna put this in S tier because it was a really cool unique event for Catalog Avatar Creator. It was something entirely new that wasn't normal to the game. And you know, it was pretty fun gameplay. The mechanics were cool and very different from what you'd expect from a Catalog Avatar Creator game. So I will put that in S tier. A lot of people are saying S+, but I just don't know if the gameplay element was there. it was basically, if you think about it, right? So compared to normal catalog avatar creator, it's really good. But then if you take it at face value, what it is, it's basically a capture the flag game where you just got to win around to get the badge. If it was any capture the flag game that was normally like this, we wouldn't say it would be very good. But since it was catalog avatar creator going to the effort of making that, that's why I'm giving it S tier. On to the next one, which was Treasure Hunt Simulator. Okay. This one I'm putting in Game Fam Simulators and other bad stuff. Because I paid to win, so I beat this almost immediately. But when I tried it before I started paying, it was impossible to get without so much work. Yeah, Pizplay says they had to grind for almost an hour. People are saying F because having to grind so long. And I remember, even with my ultimate super powerful pay-to-win mega pick, it took me a while to mine the amethyst chest. So I'm imagining that it is just really, really bad. Although, actually, you know what? No, I'm putting it bottom F because it's not as bad. It's still a game that isn't these types of games. Like, you have to be actually actively monetarily greedy to be in this category. So I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of F tier. That is below Metro Life. That's down low. Natural Disaster Survival, B tier. Basically, you go into 3 rounds, you collect the clocks. I used to love Natural Disaster Survival. Now I don't. It's boring. They need to update it more. The disasters are so easily survivable unless it's the flood on a map where you don't have much. Then you're not surviving at all. You're saying A tier? No. I just playing 3 rounds of that, it's kind of boring. You play risky? See, I play risky as well. I go out in the meteor showers. I literally just stand still and look up at the sky, and the meteors practically never hit me. God forbid you get a sandstorm or a blizzard where you just gotta stay in shelter for a while. And then the tsunami is the only fun one. Tsunami, tornado, earthquake, and flood sometimes. They're the fun disasters. But then you get like lightning storm, pretty okay, boring. Meteor shower, boring. Volcano, pretty boring. All of those. So yeah, and people stealing clocks. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Because yeah, if there's not enough clocks to go around, that would be even more annoying. I'm still gonna keep it in B tier. Around here. Yeah. Because Natural Disaster Survival, they just gotta update. They need to do something. Like, what are they doing? They obviously still have developers working on the game. But does it take them a whole year just to do that one event? Like, what else are they doing? Anyway. Lumber Tycoon. Oh, I want to put it... I'm putting it S tier. Lumber Tycoon was actually really good. Not that it was hard or it was long. Like, it was super quick. It was super easy. It was very, very, very easy. But it was just interesting. It was really cool. Basically, what you had to do is you have to get... What was it? You have to get wood... And then you go to this sacrificial altar, and I think you had to get an egg too, and then you put the egg on there, and then you give the wood to the bird, and then the bird, it's really creepy. The bird just comes down and breaks it, and then you get the egg. I thought it was quite interesting though. I'm putting that in S tier because it was just so unique and weird, and it's memorable for me. Yeah, a bit low effort in retrospective, but it was really, really memorable. And I do think it would be better than... Maybe not. Maybe it should be A. No, I think... Nah, yeah, I'm putting it in A. You're right. I think I'm just, like, thinking of the creepy element too much. But, yeah, I'm putting it in A tier. Because it isn't as, like, groundbreaking as the others. Yeah, it shouldn't be S tier. Okay, on to the next one. Anime Dimensions. Ugh, beat 2 rounds. Yeah. I'm doing D tier here. Because it was actually kind of boring beating the rounds. Like, with all of these, it wasn't too bad. But with this one, it was pretty boring beating the rounds of Anime Dimensions. Like, I was just going in with my Luffy gum fruiting everything. Boom, 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 boom. I was also getting carried, which helped a lot with the speed. But even then, even with getting carried, it was still really boring. I just didn't really enjoy it. I just didn't really do that much. I'll put it above Shindo Life, though. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. Berry Avenue was the fruit one. The one where you just make fruit. It's like, hey, here's the ingredients to making a nice little fruit. Now put it in B tier. You know, it was nice. Yeah. You make fruit. It was unique, some gameplay mechanics, and it showed you where to go pretty quick. It was nice B tier. They're pretty good. Oh, Bayside High School. Okay, yeah, I'm putting Bayside High School. Surprisingly, one you wouldn't think. But Bayside High School is S+. I'm putting it in S+. The cutscene was incredible. And then you have the rap battle, the rhythm battle, not the rap battle, the jazz. There we go, the jazz, the little rhythm minigame. I thought that was so cool. It was quick, it was nice, it was really cool and well animated. It was just really awesome. So I'm putting that in S+. Because all of that, there was just so much quality in there. It's so memorable. Even the idea of like going back to the past and going into black and white and all of this, that was really, really nice. So that goes into the first S+ category. I think it's probably going to be the weaker of the S+, but S+ is incredible. By far your fave in the event, it was really good. Actually, there's only going to be like two more S+ up there. Try and guess what they are. But the next one is Carry a Friend. To get some eggs. Oh, actually, the fact that you need a friend. Oh, I was gonna choose between B and C, but then I remembered it's Carry a Friend. And for someone like me, when I'm playing Roblox and I don't have friends and I have to rely on the goodwill of idiots in the games, and especially the types of people that play these sort of games are also the types that aren't very good at them because they're like you kids playing with their best friend Samantha. But it's not D tier. I'm gonna put it C tier. Because you basically, what you do is you go through the obby and then there's some eggs that you collect while going through the obby. It wasn't too bad, but I also had a really good guy helping me out. And for anyone else, if you have a bad person or someone that just takes forever, like a old Windows XP PC, I can see it not being very enjoyable. Mega Mansion Tycoon. Oh no, that was bad. It's probably the top of the F tier. No. We get Metro Life back down there. Mega Mansion Tycoon. You had to get 80 buttons. Basically, you had to press 80 buttons on the thing. You basically had to buy 80 things in the Mega Mansion to be able to get enough eggs to activate the portal and create the black hole, which I thought was kind of cool, but not cool enough to warrant actually having to buy 80 things in the Mega Mansion. Like, with the amount of time that most people would probably spend on Mega Mansion Tycoon, like, Piz Play said they AFK'd overnight to do it, and Ayala says Mega Mansion was a nothing burger. Yeah, with the amount of time you have to take to do it, you could probably become an actual Mega Mansion millionaire in real life if you devoted that time into something else, so it's gonna be F tier. Project Smash! A lot of people had trouble with, but I didn't have trouble with it at all. Then again though, it's just grab egg. Grab egg in-game. Is Project Smash game fam? I'm not gonna let that influence my decision, but it's just grab egg in the game. It was RNG. I think someone else could take it as well, which is very cringe. I'm putting it D tier. I'm putting it low D tier. Because I got it immediately. Like, I just joined a game and then I saw it, I went over and I grabbed it. It wasn't too hard for me. But again, it's just like having it in there. So I wouldn't call it F. It's only easy in private servers. You joined a server and spawned on top of the egg? Yeah, I'm gonna put it D tier. Because I can imagine for some people it would suck, but it's bottom D tier. It's, yeah. Oh, Steep Steps. Okay, I need to think about this one. I need to think about. Because I don't like the Steep Steps gameplay. I know a lot of people like Steep Steps gameplay, but I just don't. Like, I like Pogo Stuck. I like, Getting Over It. It feels, the mechanics there feel nice. And, like, the physics works. But just putting ladders down and then the ladders being subject to the gravity, it's not as satisfying. I don't really like it. But they did make an event. It was hard. It was very, very hard. So that's why I need to think, right? I need to think of my personal bias. I need to think of people who are bad at the game, people who are good at the game. How would they rate it? They made their own thing for it. I'm gonna put it... Either S tier or A tier, I think, because they did put a lot of effort into it, and I think at the end of the day, that's really what matters. Oh yeah, then they had the Builders Club reference, and they had the nice little, like, warrior guy. I'm gonna put it S tier. I'm gonna take the gameplay aspect out of it, because Steep Step's gameplay is normally like that, so I can see why they'd make that into an event, and I'd take just the quality of it. Yeah, I'll put it in S tier. Next up is, Dress to Impress, where you catch the bunnies in the spawn room. And I'm pretty sure you gotta do it twice for some reason. It was quite quick. People saying D tier and all that, but it was quite quick and easy. I'll put it C tier. I don't think it's D tier purely because it's not like, these games in D tier actually make you start to, like, oh, I'm bored here. I'm kind of done. Because, like, they take too long or something. But it didn't take that long. It was just catch the bunnies. I caught them both times immediately. And I had time to dress up afterwards. So I'm going to put it C tier. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's a bit boring, but it's not very boring like these ones. Yeah. Next up, we have Ninja Legends, which was really quick. So, this is a tough one because I have to choose between rating it high because it's quick and they don't waste your time, or rating it low because they did nothing for the event. I'm thinking of putting it in B tier purely for the quickness. Yeah, I'll put it in B tier for the quickness, I think. Because I appreciate the games that they're not in it for the money and the playtime stats on Roblox. They're just like, hey, we're part of the hunt. We're here. We're a game that exists. Play us only if you want to. And yeah, I appreciate that. So I'll put it in B tier. Yeah. Piggy! Oh, that's always S+. As always, Minitude always over-delivers with his events. Another absolutely banging event from someone who hasn't made a Piggy update in a long time. I love that he still does it. That is S+. Very, very good event. Based on, like, other Piggy things, like other Piggy maps and everything, yeah, it was mid. Like, Jackie says the Piggy event was kind of mid. Compared to the other Piggy things, like the story, the other Piggy events, and Piggy things, it was pretty mid. But as a hunt event, it was incredible. Like, the effort put into it was amazing. So, I'm putting it in the S+ category for that. I'm voicing Mr. P. I made a tweet that I'm voicing Mr. P in Piggy Book 3, but it's April Fool's. Oh, brilliant. Hold on. Gotta have a drink break. Check out the chat. Everyone who's watching right now. Axel Glow made the Phase 2 models. Amazing. Good going, Axel Glow. Can you even see the chat? What am I doing? Wow, no wonder. Sorry. There we go. Now you can see the chat. Okay, next up. We have Escape Running Head. Which has... Okay, I gotta say, this is literally the coolest badge of them all. This badge looks so freaking sweet. That looks gorgeous. I just love looking at that badge. But you beat 3 levels. It's pretty easy. But you beat 3 levels. It's just gonna be C tier. Yeah, middle of the line C tier. I think that is an AI thumbnail, actually. It does look like an AI badge. But it's a beautiful looking badge, to be fair. I think it looks beautiful. So shout out to the AI who made that one. He's the real one there. Pull a Sword. This one was my least favorite game in the entire Egg Hunt. I don't know why I hated it more. Okay, I do know why. Because the concept of Pull a Sword is even worse than Arm Wrestling Simulator and the Lumberjack Simulator. Because with the other ones, it makes sense that you're like competing against someone who's stronger than you. Like you're competing against the bunny. You're competing against the guy who's arm wrestling. You're competing against someone who's chopping down a tree. But with this one, all you're doing is pulling out a sword from a rock and you get nothing out of it. Like, you just pull the sword out of the rock and then you do it again, and then you do it again. It makes me, I don't know how people do this. it makes me angry trying to comprehend why people play this game. Like, pull a sword, more like pull out your credit card. That's a banging pun from Potato. But it's just so rough. And you I had to spend a long time playing that game. A long time clicking, well at least I had the auto clicker there. A long time just doing that stuff. It was just bad. I don't like it. It makes me angry to think about it. But this one was the worst of them all. Like I said, purely because it is just, why? Why do you pull a sword out? Why is that an interesting concept? Freaking Skibidi Simulator, Skibidi Toilet Attack Simulator was cooler than that. You take down a Skibidi Toilet. That's at least something. Sephiroth says they actually fell asleep because they had auto-click on when I was doing something on the phone. I know. It's just awful. Like, other... you know, I'm changing it to other horrible stuff. Like, it was really bad. It makes me mad just thinking about it. Spray paint! Either high A tier or S tier. Probably high A tier, yeah. High A tier. It was it was nice. It had a story. It had a story, you know, you'd spray paint around. It didn't waste your time. But finding the things was actually quite annoying. Hold on, let me bring that down a bit. Finding the stuff that was there was pretty bad. Hobo Joe was cool, Jackson. You liked helping the homeless man? That's nice of you, Piz Place. How about helping some homeless men in real life, huh? That's just funny, sorry. I had to pull that one out. No, that was cool. It's an A tier. It's an A tier. Car dealership tycoon. Only homeless men named Joe. Specifically the homeless ones that are called Joe. Dude, I gotta zoom out a bit more now. This is starting to, it's starting to get quite big. Look at this. Okay, there we go. Maybe I should zoom out even more. No, that's fine for now. So next up, yeah, car dealership tycoon. You find chocolate bunnies with the photo. Ah. I thought it was a pretty interesting concept. But it was just that you had to find 25 bunnies. The smiley guy is saying this was S+. The fact that you had to find 25 of those bunnies was just mind-numbing. Like, why 25? Why not 5 bunnies? Why not 6 bunnies? It did give you photo hints, but it was 25 bunnies. And the majority of those photo hints was, bunny is next to a building. The next one, bunny is next to a pink building. Bunny is next to a blue building. And the only colors of buildings in the entire map are pink, blue, and maybe orange. And then the bunny is on the sand. There is so much sand over the map. The bunny is on the grass. There is grass everywhere. So I'm gonna keep it C tier. A lot of people are saying B tier. But it just took a while. It was pretty boring by the time I did it. Yeah. Yeah, bunny next to a bush. Lots of bushes. Yeah, that's where I'll put it. Next up, we have Muscle Legends. 2,000 strength and no dying. It didn't take long, right? I don't think I paid at all, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was very quick. I think Muscle Legends was very, very quick. I'm gonna put it there, right? Yeah, but it was B tier. Basically, yeah, you get to 2,000 strength without dying. You just pump up the jam. So it didn't waste your time. It was like, yeah, it was like the ninja one. They don't waste your time, and I appreciate that. Oh no, SpongeBob Simulator. This is the whole reason I have the Game Fam Simulators tier here. Like, otherwise it would just be Sonic Simulator. But this one, oh boy, hold on, let me just move the tier list over here. That's myself. That is something else. There we go. Let me move the tier list so you can see it properly. And then zoom out a bit. Okay. That was awful. I legitimately got mad playing that one. Not as mad as Pull a Sword, but this one was awful. This was so bad. It was, okay, it was awful. Basically, you had to get to, I think it was like Area 3. And you had to defeat 25 of Plankton's drill ships. It didn't take very long. Dude, it took ages! It took ages. Like, it was so boring. Because I don't think Game Fam are doing the simulator formula right. because they're making things take ages from the get-go. Like, I don't think even Pet Simulator, like, Pet Simulator gets the idea that, you know, you give a lot to players, new players quickly so that they get cool dopamine rushing through their brain and then continue on. But with the SpongeBob Simulator, they're just, like, straight out from the gate being like, yeah, nah, this game's gonna be boring. This game's gonna be a long one. You're gonna have to sit back, kid. Just, this is gonna suck. It's like Squidward designed this game. It was boring. I spent forever doing that. I spent so long. I'm never gonna remember the joyous memories I had watching SpongeBob after that one. So that's almost at the bottom. Like, at least this one had a cool bunny event. But it's still pull a sword. It just makes me unnecessarily angry. Yeah, like, at that point, yeah, just pay Preston to make it. Next up, we have, what is this one? Weapon Fighting Sim. Yeah, basically, it's another simulator game, but you have flying swords that kill bees. It didn't take too long, though, so it's, I'm putting it in C tier. It didn't take too long, but it was just a simulator. Yeah, I'm putting it in C tier. Yeah, because it didn't take too long, otherwise it would be in D tier. It wasn't too bad. Elemental Powers Tycoon. Basically, yeah, you literally just had to finish the tycoon. Actually awful. Though, that, honestly, out of all of them, I feel like that is probably the worst egg idea in all of them. The idea that, oh, you just beat the game, like, beat the entire game to get this egg. From start to finish, just beat the entire game. I think that's kind of cringe and boring. But people saying it took 30 minutes, but 30 minutes of extreme boringness, being forced to complete an entire game that you probably don't want to do and you're only doing to get the egg. Like, if we wanted to play the game, we'd be playing it elsewhere. I'm putting it in F tier, because on the same, yeah, I'm putting it on the same level as, like, the War Machine one and all that. Yeah, it's a long one. I'm leaving it there. Okay. Ooh, the survival game! This one, basically, you have a map, and then you follow the map, and it's only, like, literally 30-second walk. You just swim from your island to where the treasure's located. You don't even need to do the tutorial or build a boat or anything. You just go over there, and then you fight the Guardian. Now, you do need a bit of armor or equipment, or you need a guild if you're by yourself and new. But it was overall very, very easy. Like, very, very easy, very, very quick. It was nice. It was good that it had a little, a nice little thing to do. You had to kill the Guardian, rah! So I'm gonna put it in A tier. That was pretty good. Yeah. Okay, the Tsunami Wave Survival game. Basically, it starts off with an alien saying, hey, I need you to help me find my UFO, please. I've lost my UFO. I am so lost. Please help me do something with it. And so you go, and basically you got to get past the tsunami, which is very easy, unless players are actively trying to sabotage you, but it's pretty easy. And then the worst part is walking from the exit of the facility all the way. Oh, I just realized my thumbnail is probably the wrong thing. Oh, I made a thumbnail and I don't think I updated it. Hold on, I'll update that in a sec. But, it's basically, you have to walk for probably 10 minutes to get to where the alien crash site is, and that was with me being guided by a player. Anyone who isn't guided by players is going to have a lot of trouble finding where that is. So for that reason, I'm going to put it B tier. Low B tier. Oh, a bit mid B tier. Otherwise it would be an A, but it's just the fact that it takes so long to get across the sand. And it's just basically you beat 3/4 of the tsunami map, and then you go and you be an alien, and then you get there. It's pretty blah. Perfect. Okay, next up we have Bike of Hell. This was cool. I liked it. High A tier. It was a unique map that was cool. Like, you just gotta beat it. You have 10 minutes to beat the map, which is quite easy. Waiting for the map's kind of annoying. You hated it? Why'd you guys hate it? I actually really enjoyed it. I do like bike games. Like, I like the bike obbies. I really enjoy that type of genre. Although apparently a lot of people here are saying they don't like Bike of Hell. It was hard for new players. Yeah, I can see. If you're a newbie, a new kid, I think you'd have a lot of trouble with it. Maybe I'll reduce it a bit for the new players. But overall, I thought Bike Obby was good. But they have a new map for the event, a new event map, and then you just gotta beat it. Honestly, it takes 5 minutes to beat if you just do it. Every round is just rainbow. Yeah, you have to server hop a bit, right? That is a bit annoying, I'll give it to you. But the fact that it's like I put it up here with Deadly Decisions. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I'm putting it. Hello. I have to say hi to my babe. My babe. Alright. Slap battles. What I have here is slappy battles. Basically, you gotta get the... Well, actually, what I wrote here was get the long glove and stick it in the hole. Which is legitimately what you had to do. You have to play the game till you get the long glove, the long reachy glove. And then you have to go to a hole and then stick it in there and get the badge. But the thing is, if you're not good at the game, it sucks getting in there. Like, you have to hop on the island and get to the place, the secret area, and then you do it. It's kind of annoying to do. It's hard to do. So I'm putting it in B tier. Yeah, I'm putting it mid B tier. Because it's interesting. I like the idea behind it. I like the premise. I like the fact that you have to do all these steps and it's kind of cool. And he has the guy who's like, hey, I need you to do a job. But the gameplay is, oh. And slap battles to me, it's just annoying. Like, I don't know how a lot of people do it, but half the time I'm just, you're just falling over and not being able to do anything. It's just very unsatisfying to me. But that's just me. It could be different. Need more friends! Basically, with this one, you collect the crystals around the house, and then you do a little obby, which is kind of neat. I'm putting that in A tier. I'm putting that, like, high A tier. That was quite fun. That was good. Nothing else to say about that. It was pretty quick. The next one is Livetopia. So this one was kind of like Redcliffe roleplay, where you basically, you go around and you do a couple things. You gotta, like, dig something up, and then you have to melt it in the water, like, because it's in ice, and then you gotta smash a vault. Yeah, I'm putting it A tier. I'm putting it, probably up here, just behind the spray paint. Livetopia, no, I didn't mind it. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty quick. It was pretty quick and easy to do. Yeah, I don't think it was too bad. I'm putting that in A tier. Next up, we have Life Together. And this is the one where you had to take egg selfies. Which was kind of boring, but it was kind of quick too. I'm gonna put it up a B tier. I found it quite boring because you just basically go around the park and you get the phone out, and it's kind of hard to find the perfect location for a selfie with the eggs. That was unique, Jess. People are saying this one was good and creative, but I just found the gameplay for it really boring. What are you, the developer of the game? You didn't play this one. I played it and it was rough. You liked the camera concept? I thought the camera concept was cool, but it got a bit boring. But what if they had, like, oh, take a selfie with a dinosaur, right? And they had, like, a dinosaur running around the city. That would be a bit more interesting. But basically, yeah. Please donate. Please donate is probably the highest S tier I'd give so far. The highest S plus tier. Please donate was amazing. Basically, you talk to the guy. There's a really cool cutscene. Just don't talk to him again because you get stuck in the cutscene again. You have to wait another minute. Then you go and do this really cool hacking minigame. Then you go and you do the mining for the diamond. And get enough to do that. And the sounds were so satisfying. Hasm is so good at making, like, a satisfying, really nice looking game. And it just felt really good. You remember when I did that? Yeah. It felt good. It was a nice, good feeling game. And get this, I guarantee you, like, almost any other developer or something would have been like, oh, you have to get donated 5 Robux or something. And that would have sucked. But it was good that it was a little mini game. Next up, we have Obby, but you're on a bike. Oh, I'm thinking D tier. So basically, there's a glitch where if you beat, like, the level 4, world 4, you got the badge immediately. I did that and I didn't get the badge, which means I would have also had to beat world 1 in under 15 minutes, do world 4, and then also, I think, win a few races. Which took a while, but I'm probably biased because I like Obby, but you're a bike. Actually, but oh no, if you're new, having to beat world 4, okay, that would be bad. That would be really bad. Okay, I'm gonna make that F tier. For the new players, that would be almost impossible. But me, myself, I kind of enjoyed it. So that'll even out. I'll make it like mid F tier. A lot of people did hate it. Yeah, thinking about the general Robloxian player base, I think it would suck. Because World 4 is tough. All of the World 3 and 4 are hard. So yeah, I can see that. Any of the games that take longer than the 15-20 minutes given, that's kind of cringe. Anyway, next badge we have is Arm Wrestling Simulator. Yeah, that's going down here. It's the OG Wrestling Simulator, but it's another one of these clicky ones. Honestly, I'm all out of hatred now. I've hated them enough. My hatred is simmered. I've already said everything I need to say about these types of ones. Sorry again. Are you working with them? L game, yeah, that's a major L game. Arm wrestling had no arm wrestling. What was it? Was I wrong? What was that one again? Hold on. Let me have a look. Arm wrestling sim the hunt. It's because if this isn't the one I'm thinking of. No, it is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's this one. This is Arm Wrestling Simulator's Hunt one, yeah. It was bad. It's literally just this. You just gotta beat, I think you beat Zigglegorp. Oh no, you beat Hunter Harry. Yeah, that's Arm Wrestling Simulator. So yeah, I'm putting that in the bad tier. People are saying, what? What do you mean? Am I wrong? Or was it something else? Yeah, I'm sure I'm right. I think my girlfriend is Game Fam. You think my girlfriend's Game Fam? Wait, that's not what you played? Hold on, wait, is something going on here? You don't remember doing that? Maybe it was different originally. That's interesting. Oh no, you guys are probably thinking of Muscle Tycoon, which is gonna come up soon. But basically, yeah. The next one is... Where is it? Floor is Lava with the hunt map. Waiting for the hunt map was kinda cringe. But, you know, the hunt map itself... Oh, but only one person could get the hunt thing, right? Only one person could do it. Which is very cringe. Could only one person do it? Or was it multiple? Because if only one person could do it at the time, like, only one person can claim the badge, that is very low. But given if more people can do it... Okay, I think more than one person could do it. Okay, yeah. If more than one person can do it, it should be a higher. Oh, you think it was one? Okay, then if it's one, I'm just gonna put it in... I'll put it in C tier then. If only one person can get it, yeah, you could do it in a private server, but you shouldn't have to. The map was good, but I just don't like the idea that you have to wait. Yeah. Okay, the next one is... Creatures of Scenario, where you have to, like, run in another mud and... Run in another mud. What am I talking about? My brain is breaking. Bro, all of these simulator games is breaking my brain here. Oh, hold on. Let me stretch. Do a little stretch. Yeah. Creatures of Scenario was... Yeah, you gotta do a few quests and get it done. You roll in the mud for, like, 3 times. And then you don't roll in the mud. Then you do hunger and you do stuff. That was, yeah, low C tier. It didn't take too long, but Wait. Emergency Hamburg. Why is that in C tier? Yeah, I'll keep it in C tier. I remember. Now, this is the one I think people might be talking about. This one was Strongman Simulator. And honestly, I'm putting it up in S. Strongman Simulator was really... I really liked it. Like, you'd think this is like the one simulator game that was actually okay. It was good. It was really good. I loved the puzzle. I just really liked the puzzle, the puzzle puzzle. I'll search up the Hunt Bunny quest for arm wrestling sim later, but basically with my one, it was just another area. But yeah, so with this one, you have 3 different obstacle courses, and you have an egg attached to you via a rope. And basically, you have to direct the egg through a bunch of puzzles and obstacles without making the egg hit any lava or fall off the map or anything weird. And I thought it was quite good. It was different from the current gameplay of Muscle Tycoon or Muscle Legends. And yeah, it was overall pretty good. But Pet Simulator 99, oh my lord. Oh my lordy Lou. That was, again, like, look at this. Preston, well, big games. Let's talk about big games. Let's talk about Preston. Big games make so much money. They have so many resources. They have so many people. And the best they can do is just make a script that says, oh, get to area 20. And once you get to area 20... if you already have it, oh good, you already got the badge. But if you don't, you're playing Pet Simulator 99 for 20 areas, pal. I think I paid for a few. Oh no, I got traded some, which helped me a lot. Oh yeah, that would have taken ages. Oh, that is horrible. Yeah, I did not like it. Like, they should have done so much better. They should do so much more. And I think it really goes to show what big games and Pet Simulator think of the Roblox community. They are purely money focused. When they get an opportunity from Roblox to, you know, do something wacky and fun for the community, they take the most, like, low effort, highest money grossing way of doing it, which is just make them get to area 20, make them play for a long time to do it. Like, it just shows their approach to Roblox in general. They do not care about any of the players. They don't care about the fun of anyone. They just care about making money. And you can see it all the way through Pet Simulator games. Like, it's all about money. Releasing new going from Huges to Titanics, more about money. Everything's more about money. Which is a shame. But, yeah. Nah, that's all. Legends of Speed. This one was super easy. Like, I'm just putting it in straight up B tier. It was nothing, but it was super easy. Like, it's up there with the other 2 Legends games. Ninja Legends and Muscle Legends, all of those, they don't waste your time. Like, these are games where they actually, like, care about the player base and the other people that are coming in to do the event. And they're like, if you don't want to play our game, that's okay. They give us a chance. They're like, you can do it if you don't want or not. And that's the sign of a good game. Those are good developers. I appreciate those. You got the Legends of Speed badge in 5 seconds, Elite Gamers? Yeah. It was a good one. Military Tycoon. This was another one where you collect crates. But this one was 20 crates, which is 10 more than the last one. However, there were random spawning crates, and they were actually quite easy to find. So, I'm just gonna put it in C tier. Unlike the other one, which was really, really bad. But this one, it was just kind of grindy. I'll put it low C tier, actually. Yeah, it was bad. It was better than War Tycoon, though. Because War Tycoon, it was really hard to find the chests and the treasures. But with this one, it wasn't too bad. Big Paintball 2! Okay, me, personally, I had the time of my life doing it. That's because I completely forgot that Big Paintball 2 existed. And I know it's a big games game, but I think it's the one game that they actually put love into. I think it's the one game that was actually like a really good big games game. It's just so satisfying and smooth, and I love oofing the poor children with it. I feel so good kicking over their lunch tables and spilling their food on the ground. But it's just get 50 kills. So, in the spirit of what I've been doing pretty much for all the rest of these, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Like, the gameplay itself is fun, but judging it based on the event, it's just, you get 50. it didn't take me too long, so that's why it's in C tier and not D tier. Yeah, literally getting hit once kills you, yeah. But it's fun. It's very satisfying. Next up, we have Arsenal. And Arsenal is probably... I'm going to give Arsenal the best one in the entire hunt. Yeah, Arsenal's one was really, really, really good. Arsenal had great, like a great story with it and everything. Like, Arsenal went hard on it. That is mega S+. That was so good. Massive props to the role of the Arsenal developers. Like, that is how... Like, that is the perfect egg hunt. Like, it shows you the type of people that are looking after your game when you make games like this. Because if you look at the developers of Rolve and the developers of Pet Simulator 99, which ones would you rather make a game, like, for, basically? Like, you want ones that put love and everything and care about the community. You want, like, the Arsenal devs to look after you and, you know, make things enjoyable, and that's what they do. So I think Arsenal is S+ tier up here. That's what an event quest should be. Exactly. It's beautiful. Like, they went above and beyond. Absolutely amazing. The Mimic, I love what they were trying to do, but it really flopped. And it's a shame. That's what I think about the entire Mimic game as a whole. They shoot for the moon, but they explode in the atmosphere. If we're using a rocket ship metaphor. Like, the game. Let's start with the game, right? Like, the main game, not the event. It's a great concept, great horror stories and everything, but then every single time I have played a Mimic game, the creature's been bugged. Like, everything's just bugged. Not enough to stop me playing, but, like, the creature doesn't chase you, the creature gets stuck. Like, it's just really bad pathfinding, and that's what happened when I played this event. Basically, this event, you gotta collect 20 eggs or something, or 50 eggs from and while the Easter Bunny's chasing you. But my Easter Bunny, he jumped inside the house, and then he just got stuck in the house, and he was, like, screaming, begging us to save him, while I just went around and collected the badges. I had a really boring time with it. And did many other people get a bugged Mimic? That'll pretty much judge which tier I put it in. Either C tier or D tier. Actually, B, C, or D. Okay, I don't think... Yeah, Lil's got it bugged. I'll put it low C tier. I'm seeing a lot of no's and some yeses. Yeah, I'll put it low C tier. I love what they went for. They really tried their best, but it was just the programming aspect lets it down. Next up we have Combat Warriors. Oh boy. So Combat Warriors, you had to get 150 points and then beat an obby. But getting points in Combat Warriors is really hard. It takes a long time to do. But what I did, I basically just paid to win. I bought, like, the nuke and the black hole, and I just kept killing them. The obby was cool as well. Yeah, the obby was quite cool. I think, because they got the obby. But then, yeah, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Because the obby and all of that would bring it up to B tier. But then the amount of time it takes to farm the 150 points I'd put it in D tier. So I'm probably gonna put it in C tier here. High C tier. High C tier. Yeah, the obby should have been the event. The 150 points was grindy. And the thing with the game is that it gets really boring after a while. Like, after you replay it, I didn't know how to unlock the new weapons and all that. Like, I wish it told you, and I wish it gave you a few new weapons earlier on. Yeah. Next up, we have... RB Battles. Okay, yeah, no, RB Battles... Ooh. Okay, let me do a bit of... hey, Battler, are you a time traveler? Oh, the cutscenes were really good. The cutscenes are really good. I'm putting that somewhere in the middle of the S+ tier. Probably second best. It was absolutely loved the whole rap battle or rap battle. That was incredible. That was hilarious. I love what they did with that. That was so funny. I loved it. The cutscenes were really cool. It was really interesting. And it was pretty quick as well. which I thought was quite cool. Rap Battle is S tier, Rat Battle is B tier. Yeah, I'm glad everyone suggested me to do the Rap Battle. I'm gonna put it up in S+ tier, right up the top there. It was very good, very, very good. Next up, we have the Strongest Battlegrounds, which apparently, because they were released a day late, the developers were like, oopsie, sorry, oopsie daisies. They released a badge to be free for everyone, so I didn't play it, but free badge. The immediate S+ tier for the free badge. No, it was just a free badge, literally free. Restaurant Tycoon 2. Yes, Restaurant Tycoon 2. C tier. Yeah, C tier. It didn't take forever. You could do it pretty easily. Honestly, when I think about it, I'm surprised that I didn't put it on the same level as Pet Simulator. Like, these are both made by big games, and they're both simulator type style games where you gotta grind to unlock better things and then do more. But I just love the concept of Restaurant Tycoon way more. It's actually interesting, right? It's like you're building up your own restaurant franchise. It's cool. I think for that reason, I prefer that. And I think it takes a lot less longer than the Pet Simulator 99 badge. So that's why I'm putting it there. Next up, we have... Oh, no. We have Sonic Speed Simulator. By the way, these are just Combat Warriors, so we don't need to worry about those. Sonic Speed Simulator, absolute garbage tier. Like, actually horrible. A game so bad that it made Flamingo Albert swear. It was awful. In fact, this whole game is legitimately terrible. The whole game is awful. Game Fam just capitalize on what's popular trend and then make the most god-awful game imaginable. Just, they make a simulator out of it. And it's the exact same event as every single Sonic Speed Simulator event they do. They rarely ever do anything that's not, play the game and get 100 fart tokens. And to get the fart tokens, you have to go up to them and press E, and then they spawn very slowly around the map. So, basically, it's appealing to the die-hard Sonic fans who've never played another game in their entire lives. And that's the only thing that they know as fun. So, yeah, you don't know why Roblox supports Game Fam? Probably because they make them money. Like, Roblox is like, money moves? Okay. Doors? I need to know, was the back doors here before the hunt? Was the back... If not, I'm putting it... It wasn't? If it was made for the hunt? Yeah, I'm putting it in S+ tier. Okay. It's for the hunt. It's a permanent feature, but added during the hunt. I think it was really cool. Yeah, I'm putting it in Ultimate S+ tier. I think this is the best one. Because, yeah, I'm gonna say this is the best one. Because it added so much to Doors. It added entirely new entities. It was practically like a Doors 2. It had new rooms. It had new everything. It completely changed the game. Like, Arsenal still had the same mechanics and everything. You think Arsenal was better, Inferno? See, I think Arsenal is, like... Arsenal was really good. And the story was amazing. But it was basically just go in and shoot things. Like, you go in and shoot. You go in and shoot. There's more people. You shoot them. There's more people. You shoot them. There's a helicopter. You shoot them. But with Doors, there's new entities, new ways, new things you gotta avoid. There's the time limit thing. There's a whole bunch of new stuff, and it's just so polished and clean and beautiful. I really, really like it. So that's why I'm putting Doors probably at the very top of the entire hunt. I'd say Doors was the best game in the entire hunt. Next up, we have Car Crushers. Which, honestly, I don't know why. It was just playing the game like these normally. But I kind of enjoyed it. It was actually quite fun. And I don't know why I enjoyed it specifically more than the others. But you were always doing something new. I guess that's what it is. Always doing something new. I just had to beat the tutorial and stuff, but you go and you crush a car. You buy a new car, you crush it again. Then you go into the derby, and I love the derby as well. You complete the derby and you beat it. I actually really enjoyed it. So I'm just gonna put it in a B tier. Next up, we have Sheriffs versus Murderers. For this one, you had to complete some challenges. I did them pretty easily, but I can see a normal player struggling, so I'm gonna put him in C tier.
Because you're amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in C tier, because it wasn't really anything new, right? It was just, there's a room, you gotta do these challenges to unlock them. Yeah. You got all the badges in the first round. Yeah, they did make it pretty easy. You know what? I'm gonna make it like up here. I'll put it like high C tier. Yeah, it's kind of. Oh, it's not. Yeah, it's kind of like Murder Mystery 2, but if you got like knives and guns, and everyone has them. Okay. Next up is Obby, but you're on a snowboard, and you had to beat World 1 or play 15 minutes. And this is gonna be a yeah, it's gonna be a very controversial decision because I know a lot of people don't like Obby on a snowboard. But again, I like these games. I think these games are quite cool. It had its own unique... Oh no, it didn't have its own unique map. It was just, yeah, beat the game or AFK, beat World 1. Yeah, it probably pulls it down a bit. I'm gonna put it in B tier because I think you can get it quite easily. I didn't think it was too bad. It could have been because it's my first time playing it, but you just beat World 1 and like I did it very quickly. A lot of people are saying they didn't like it. I imagine if you're bad at it, it would take a while, but no, I think it's okay. I think it's just okay. I enjoyed doing it as a brand new person who's never played the game before. I had a pretty fun time doing it. Yeah. I think I will leave it there. Next up is, oh, Death Ball. Death Ball is an S+ tier. Absolutely. Probably just below Arsenal. The boss fight was really cool. I really liked the boss fight. The boss fight for Death Ball was amazing. It was so clean and polished and it was gorgeous. No, it's S? No, I'm definitely putting it in S+ tier. Death Ball's, no, it's not A tier. It's S+ tier. That battle was glorious. It was hard. It was a hard battle. I'll give it that. But they gave you lives and everything. You could double jump. That's the easiest boss fight they have. Well, I'm glad they made it easy for a lot of people. Personally, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I enjoyed it a lot. The ball was pretty laggy. Yeah, I guess if you had bad internet, it would play a role. But for me, it was totally fine. Like, I didn't lag at all. So, I'm really happy with it being there. Okay, World 0 now. Ugh. World 0 was cringe. World 0 is at the same level as Sword Burst. It's another one of those games where you have to go in and then you have to kill things for like 25 times and they only have a certain amount of chances to drop things, but this one didn't have a rift. However, the chances were slightly higher, so I'd say it's the exact same as Sword Burst 3. Because I did notice there was a bit easier to collect them. Better than Sword Burst 3? I'd say it's I'd say they're like even. They're right on each other. Yeah, why can't it be a guaranteed drop? Just like even make it a 50% chance. Something where most of the time you're going to be getting an egg rather than like only 25% of the time, which is pretty cringe. Now I only got 2 more. Let me just make sure we can see this whole thing here. Yeah, we can. Good. The next one is Dragon Adventures. I have bad memories of this because when I played this game, I smashed a glass on the ground. And then when I had to go AFK and I had to clean it. And then for some reason, as soon as I got back, the game updated and I got the badge. I didn't even have to do the hunt. I didn't even really play it. So actually, honestly, I probably have to put it in haven't played tier. Because I didn't do any of the quests or anything. It just gave it to me. I guess I got lucky. You did the quest, it was good, A tier. I won't rate it because I didn't actually do it. But the last one we have here is, I believe, is this one. Tower Defense Simulator. You beat the Core Blocks map, which I think is quite cool. I'm putting that right near the Cheese Tower Defense one. Cheese Man. You think it's S tier? Well, actually, how unique were the units in there? No. Oh. There was no story to it. People are saying S tier. It was hard. The music in the game is good. There were unique enemies. But the thing is, the Cheese Tower Defense game did the exact same. Except it just looks a bit uglier. Oh yeah, the retro map was kind of cool. I guess they did have some better units. I'll put it high A tier. I don't... maybe... Could it be S tier? It was a new map. It did... no. Oh. Okay, see, the thing is, the way we're ranking S tiers, I've noticed, is that S tiers completely change the mechanic of the game, right? So it's entirely new. So that was a changed mechanic, that was a changed mechanic, that was a changed mechanic. That one... wasn't exactly, but like, you had to design an entirely new map. And the whole point of Steep Steps is the map design. And that was also a brand new change thing. Whereas this one, it didn't really change any formula. It was still tower defense, minions coming at you, paste your minions down and beat them. So I feel comfortable leaving it at like the highest of A tier. I think this one could be an S tier, but I'm gonna keep it at the top of A. And anyway, there we go. We officially have our completed list of every... What is that over there? Of every egg in the Roblox egg hunt. We did it. So, overall, S+. Doors, best one there. I'd say Doors, Arsenal, Death Ball, RB Battles, all of these ones, all of the S+ ones were really good. Honestly, I'd make them all equally good. I think I loved all of them equally, but I loved Doors the most. Arsenal and I love Death Ball, all of those. I loved all of them. They were so good. And the worst in the world is the pull a sword. It annoyed me more than the Game Fam simulator games. I don't know why. Purely because I think the whole idea of the game in general is so bad. Oh, we didn't do Maple Hospital. You're right, man. Maple Hospital. Oh, I guess the badge wasn't in here. Okay. Yeah, Maple Hospital. Basically, for Maple Hospital, I would put Maple Hospital... They tried. They did a pretty good thing, but it was a bit boring. I'm gonna put it... high B tier. I'd put Maple Hospital... yeah, up high B tier. I wish I could add it in here. Maybe I'll add in, what was one of the reused ones from Combat Warriors? I'll put this. This is Maple Hospital. Maple Hospital can go high B tier. Because it was a great, like, thing, unique thing that they did, but it was boring. I didn't have fun with it, really. And, dude, this game missed so many. Oh, this tier list. Oh, man. Barry's Prison Run. Barry's Prison Run, you have to collect the eggs while doing it. Barry's Prison Run was, it was pretty... You just beat the game. I'm putting it in C tier. Barry's Prison Run is this big red guy, and I'm gonna put him in C tier. I'll put him, like, here. A donut tier. Imagine. Oh, yeah, and you collect donuts and all that, yeah. Anything that I missed now? Any others that I missed? No, I did Undead Defense Tycoon. It's in, it's that one. That one's Undead Defense Tycoon. Yeah, I think that's it. It's an F tier. I did Toilet Tower Defense. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to everyone who was in the live chat. And also shout out to everyone who helped me get all of these eggs to start with. Huge props. Mega thank you to everybody. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this tier list. It was very fun to do. And I'm looking forward to future live streams. And, oh, overall, I should mention, I really liked this Roblox hunt. I can't believe I didn't even talk about that. You know, I'll leave this. I'll put it here. I really, really liked this Roblox egg hunt. Roblox. I loved this Roblox egg hunt. It was really, really good. It was fun. Like, so many of the games were good. I love just going around, and I love the lobby as well. and the way you get into the games, we're going through the portals. I thought it was great. Yeah, honestly, changes? I don't really think I'd change much. It'd be cool if it had a story to it. It would be cool if, yeah, we had a story to the Roblox egg hunt. But and maybe some better items. But I just, yeah, overall, I really liked it. I'm really not complaining that much. I'd be happy if we got another one of these again soon. It was just really fun to do. Some of these games, as we can see, need to be a bit better. But overall, as you can see here, the game's averaged around A, B, and C tier, which isn't bad. It's really good, actually. For the majority of games, props to them. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Very cool.